onto Veltman in the right-hand corner. Declan Rice goes into to block him. He fouls. He gives a foul away. Chris Kavanagh blows a whistle. It's a foul. The ball's still in the area. Declan Rice turns his back. Just as Veltman's about to kick the ball, Veltman knows what he's doing. Declan Rice just gives it a little kick away. So the ball goes away. Veltman kicks Declan Rice. Declan Rice ends up on the floor, and you're thinking, what's Chris Kavanagh going to do? Tell you what he's going to do. He's going to give Declan Rice a second yellow card for kicking the ball away. I mean, really disappointing for Arsenal, but I think Chris Kavanagh, he's got no other option. Declan Rice does see the ball and he just gives it, he doesn't boost it miles away. He's just trying to stop the game. What do you think, mate?
I mean, unfortunately for Declan, he's kicked the ball away, as you said, Does, but he hasn't kicked it far. But they've been told before the season, kick the ball away, delay any kind of restart, you'll be cautioned. He's already on a yellow card. He's got no choice but to send him off, unfortunately.
Is there a measurement for what constitutes kicking it away?
Well, he stopped the restart because Brighton wanted to punt it down the pitch quickly. I think the defender's been very, very clever because the defender knows what's going to happen.
And that is, for Declan Rice's first ever red card.
This is, honestly, I feel completely different to the way you guys feel. I think that was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. Because, okay, we've all
I'm not disagreeing with you, Micah. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I think we're saying by let everyone know. Okay, first point, Pedro kicked the ball away. It kicked the ball away.
Yeah, but he
didn't get a yellow
card.
card.
The ball was already off the pitch.
It doesn't matter. That
does,
could be seen.
There's a ball on the sideline, which it doesn't matter if you kick the ball when the ball's off the pitch. If you kick it into the top row of the stand, it doesn't matter because there's a 1-5 yards away.
Yeah, but Arteta was about to get the ball and throw it to. It looked like he was going to get it ball and throw it to his player. That's what it looked like to me. I'm not being biased here. I'm being totally neutral to whatever. It kicks the ball away. So in my mind, I think that's probably time wasting. That's the first point. The second point is Veltman. Okay, I've played in that position a lot of the time. First of all, he's going to argue that he's trying to play a quick free kick.
That's a nonsense.
So, one, if you're going to play a quick free kick, you do not throw the ball 5 yards in front of you. You put your hand on the ball and then you pass it or whatever you want to do. And you don't take a quick free kick there anyway because you wait for your team to be set. So then he throws the ball. It goes like he's going to kick it. Get the reverse angle of actually the game. There's nobody in the space where he's about to kick it anyway. The ball comes, Declan Rice. Now, okay, I couldn't understand if Declan Rice moved towards the ball and kicked the ball away. He's running back, he sees the ball, and he just like gives it a little, that's just a natural reaction. So yes, the argument from the other side of it, well, you shouldn't touch the ball, you can't kick the ball. But I don't even think he kicked it away. I just think he just like, when the ball comes to you, be on the pitch, and the ball's near you, and you just like try to kick, like stop it or kick it to, or stop the ball to wherever it's going. It's gone out. And then it's kicked out of him, and you could argue it could be a red card. So when I first saw the incident, I was thinking, he's going to get sent off here, Veltman. And slowed it down. And you slow everything down. There's a little nick on it. But there's no way in history that should be a second yellow card. I can't get on board with that. If that's a yellow card, then football has officially gone. Yeah, it's official. You can't give a yellow card for that. I'm with you, Mike. I totally agree. It's nuts. Welbeck if Pedro was running into the channel, and it actually looked like he was going to hit him, and he was in, and Arsenal were sleeping, I would say 100% because he's tried to stop. But the game was it was one of the moments where Brighton needed a breather. It wasn't a time for a quick free kick in the game anyway. So I just think you put all them things together. If you have an ounce of common sense, then you would not give a yellow card for that.
I have to agree. And also, of course, when you're saying even if he was trying to take a quick free kick, the ball was still rolling. You can't hit a rolling ball on a free kick. We know that.
I think the jury's still out. I think they have raised the floor of the squad really, really well. They've effectively replaced Smith Rowe, Nketiah and Ramsdale with 3 better players in Moreno, Caliafori and Sterling. So they will have more depth this season. I think depth was the big problem for them last year. They didn't look like a team that could rotate their front line, for example, and have the same variety and same options as City and Liverpool last season. Their front line starting on paper was great, but I didn't think they had the same kind of depth and options there. I still don't think they do, but obviously you'd prefer having Sterling coming off the bench or starting than you would in Nketiah. Similarly, Arteta clearly prefers Mourinho to Smith Rowe, so I think they'll be happy with the window, particularly as they've more or less broken even in terms of spending. I think they've recouped about 90 million and spent about 100 million, so they've had a pretty tight window in that regard. I think they still look a little bit short of depth for me. I mean, obviously Jesus is injured again. Gabriel Jesus, he gets a lot of injuries. That leaves them a little bit short of numbers up front. They've still got the same numbers they had last year in that area. I think they'll be happy with the window, but I'm not convinced they've improved the squad enough to close the gap to City, who, as we all know, are just a kind of seemingly unstoppable winning machine. But I think overall Arsenal will be relatively pleased.